sticker for
You
it.
heard the idea here first, folks.
Yeah, Kevin Hart 2019. Okay, so I got to check out Death Wish, my friends.
Speaking of Oscar-worthy films.
Oh, Death Wish was beautiful. How dare you? No, Death Wish is the remake of the classic 1976 movie starring Charles Bronson and a very young, lesser-known Jeff Goldblum.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, yeah, man. Isn't he plays the guy in the supermarket, right?
Goldblum?
Yeah.
No, Goldblum was one of the rapists. He was one of the gangs. One of the gang
Yeah,
members.
but isn't he in the supermarket going crazy in that film?
There's
There's a scene with him like, he's in line at the grocery store or something like that.
Oh, okay. If that's him,
a shot
I
of
don't
Jeff
remember that
Goldblum.
part as well as I thought I did. Mostly because when I saw the movie, I was 10.
Yeah, it could be.
But this is not the fiction we're talking about. We're talking about the remake starring Bruce Willis.
Yeah, because
Of all
Hollywood
people.
was demanding that Death Wish remake.
You know what? I'm not hating, man. 'Cause,
No,
I
I'm
mean,
not
this was
either.
just
But I think my beef, maybe you can correct me because you've seen the movie. Like, Bruce Willis has been like floating through his last however many roles with seemingly not caring about anything he's been in. He is so tapped out of all the films he's kind of appeared in that you're like, why do it? Do you need to check that bad? Are you trying to stay relevant? Like act like you care.
No,
Everything
I
I've seen
think
him in,
it's-
he just looks like so bored to be there. He looks like Harrison Ford.
No. I think what it is Bruce Willis is now at the point where he's like, people know me for this and only for this, so I'm trying to flex my acting chops. The problem is he doesn't realize he's not that good at acting.
You know, he's so cool though, and that's he got by being like, you know what I mean, that kind of sly, like, yeah, I know how great it is.
Yeah,
Bruce
and
Lee.
that
All right.
worked, but that's all he was.
Yeah.
This is
Is
a
that a little
great
trouble?
example. In Death Wish, he plays a very subdued, understated character. He's supposed to be a suburban dad. Ironically enough, it wasn't a good movie, but in what was it, Hostage, where he was the hostage negotiator. He played a similar kind of role, but his performance there was better than it was in here. And not that he was
Rising,
bad.
where he's a hostage negotiator? That was something else.
This was the one where Ben Foster held his family hostage.
Oh yeah,
and just played the ultimate crazy guy.
Ben Foster's played some crazy dudes.
Ben Foster is a crazy dude.
Yeah.
That dude got stories, man. No, on the subject of Death Wish, this is Bruce Willis playing a subdued character. It's him really trying to flex emotion and flex angst.
Not muscles.
And then, not muscles.
He's never had the muscle.
Not
That's why I
muscles.
liked him
He's
so
kind of
much.
a dope-
You know?
I don't know, man. In Die Hard, the first one at least, he was kind
I mean, he
of
was in shape, but he was never like that, hey, let me flex on you and stuff type of guy. Where the other, Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Van Damme, they're all kind of that dude. He was kind of like the guy that got beat up and is bleeding out of his foot and out of his face, and he would survive. I know, that's why I like him, but he was never this macho hero.
You could see yourself in that situation and know,
right,
okay, if I was there, I would die immediately.
Yes, but he was tougher than everybody else. He, kind of had that survival type thing.
I'm going to cook you, and then I'm going to eat you to break your freaking neck.
Yeah, he's great.
These are lines from Die Hard. But he's acting in Death Wish, and that is a mistake. That is a serious mistake.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
I'll give you a quick rundown of Death Wish because it's a little
content.
different. It's a little different from the original Death Wish picture. As we mentioned, Death
Wish
is
looked like more of a comedy, too.
It was not. It was
funnier.
It was not, which is unfortunate. And I'll
Death Wish isn't funny when he's going around killing everybody?
The original Death Wish was hilarious.
It was.
It starts off with a gang
It's a
like
rough
raping
vengeance
and killing.
movie is the first one.
It's a Grindhouse B movie.
Yeah.
Yes, but the original Death Wish starts off with Charles Bronson's wife and daughter being assaulted in their home. They're raped and they're killed. And then the husband comes home and he sees what the hell's going on. I'm going to get this bloody vengeance on everybody, and he does, and it's glorious.
Because I have a Death Wish.
Well, the thing about that is, though, he's killing people in ridiculous ways. And I don't mean ridiculous like, oh, he set up some Rube Goldberg device. I just mean he's a guy who's like never really like picked up a gun. He's not like old military or anything.
Yeah.
But he's like just sniping people with a pistol, with like a handgun.
He's also did
Maybe
Charlie
like
Bronson did a movie
he's
back
like
then
picking them
called
off from like
Bang.
across parking lots and stuff. And he's got a quip, like almost every time.
Yeah.
And it's just like, bam, smart line. Bam, smart
line. It's like almost Friday the 13th comedy type thing, you know what I mean?
Almost.
Kill somebody in a weird way, then
almost.
be like...
Not to that degree, because it still carried like the weight of like rape and murder, and these are bad people you want to see get it. Whereas in Friday the 13th, we start rooting for
people to just die, yeah.
Yeah. In this picture, I was going to read the description real quick. I'll say... Dr. Paul Kersey is a surgeon who often sees the consequences of the city's violence in the emergency room. When home intruders brutally attack his wife and young daughter, Kersey becomes obsessed with delivering vigilante justice.
Now, did they kill the wife and child?
They absolutely killed the wife and child. Well, they killed the wife, and something happened to the child. But let me get through this without spoilers, my friend, because I got some stuff to talk.
All right.
As the anonymous slayings grab the media's attention, the public begins to wonder if the deadly Avenger is a guardian angel or the Grim Reaper itself. And that's an interesting thing that they did in this interpretation. It wasn't just one man on his quest for vengeance. He became a vigilante, and as this was more publicized, the public starts getting on his side. There are copycats that are popping up everywhere, and it became like this whole thing. Is he a good guy? Is he Batman? Or is he just some crazy fool with a gun that we should lock up?
Both, right?
That comes down to audience interpretation. This was done by Eli Roth. We talked about it a little before.
Yeah,
he's certainly a hack.
I don't know. I like some of it.
He did the clown movie that messed me up real bad.
Yeah, he's a hack.
Well, Eli Roth is the cat who bought us Hostel, so I'm very surprised it wasn't as much body horror in.
He's got a new movie coming out.
Called Death Wish, I know.
No, Meg. Like his next movie, like about a megalodon giant shark movie, which is like just the idea. Like I'm so terrified of sharks.
So Eli Roth
bringing
producing for
Jaws is like the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like I'm so terrified, and so my biggest fear of all time is megalodon sharks, and he's making a movie apparently about that.
Can't wait to hear your review,
which I will not see. So I will do. No, maybe if Pat goes with me and holds me the whole time.
Absolutely not.
That way.
I'm surprised that that's your biggest fear. We had 4. Actually, I think, 5 movies now where sharks are raining from the sky. Yeah, this one about...
but those are normal size sharks.
Yeah.
Adam's afraid of very big sharks, double plus sharks.
Adam didn't watch that whole series.
Those are just normal sharks.
The end, they're not just normal sharks.
What about street sharks? Can you get behind the street sharks?
I can get behind sharks.
Are they awesome?
I'll let y'all finish. Go ahead.
No, sorry.
I was just bringing up.
No, you're not. Okay, so in Death Wish, I'm actually impressed with Bruce Willis's effort, but I'm unimpressed with the actual execution because he's actually trying. This is a man who can't really act, but he's going out of his comfort zone. He's failing, but at least he's doing something, you know. And I've got to say, Bruce Willis isn't the man we'd expect to take chances. This was a chance to take.
Interesting. It doesn't seem like that, though. I mean, that's not how it comes up. I don't doubt what you're saying.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. And the advertising for this is very misleading because they pretty much show you every kill in the trailer.
Right. It's one of those. Yeah. It's like what's left to the imagination now.
Well, you'd think it's Death Wish. Oh man, so this is just a taste of what they're showing because that Charles Bronson one, man, he was tapping them left and right. Yes, he was. And in this picture, he was not. They set it more in a realistic realm, even though they get very unrealistic, so it's playing two extremes. He's a surgeon. He's a non-violent guy. He's got a scumbag brother played pretty well by Vincent D'Onofrio, which was a real, refreshing, whoa, I didn't see that coming, thing to happen on screen.
He's a big dude now.
Vincent D'Onofrio, he is, but he got that kingpin.
That barrel-chested type.
Yep. But he's like the scumbag brother, and they throw that in as a red herring. And I don't want to get into spoilers, so all I'll say is from there, they start casting doubt on several people. And Willis is kind of, Dr. Kersey, the role he plays, is pretty smart in the way that he manipulates the public's view. Once people start seeing him as either A, a savior, or B, a menace, you know? And parts of it were funny. Mostly came from the kills. And then parts of it were ridiculous. Mostly from the attempted political message. Yeah. It had an overhanging sense of this is very possible in Trump's America. You know?
Yeah.
And that's part of where the comedy comes in. But beyond that, there's not much. Johnny, what the hell are you doing over there?
Nothing.
Anyone who's watching us on the Twitch stream, this man is losing his mind in the corner.
That's for the people watching.
Oh, jeez.
Did they request it?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Just giving a little taste of something.
All right. I feel like you lost a bet or something. All right. Well, anyways, what I'm getting at is the movie Death Wish is starring Bruce Willis, giving a different type of performance. Elizabeth Shue is in this movie. She didn't really do much.
Wow, I haven't heard that name in a while.
No.
Yeah, she plays more behind the scenes and like smaller movies, which I mean, good for her, but bad for the image. At the end of the day, I would say this is a movie where you'd go to see it expecting some cool kills, some fast lines, maybe a bit of gore here and there, but just a silly shoot 'em up movie, and all you'll get is a movie where a couple of people get killed, and I don't know, it'll kill an afternoon.
Yeah.
At best, this is worth maybe a matinee if you have nothing better to do, but beyond that, I can't recommend it. I got to give it a thumbs down, and it's kind of a hesitant thumbs down because I wanted to like this, and it's Eli Roth, and I like Bruce Willis movies normally, and I like Elizabeth Shue. I want to see her in a property that I would recommend, but this promises a lot and doesn't deliver. There's a couple of cool kills, but besides that, it's not worth your time. I'm sorry. It's Death Wish 2018, starring Bruce Willis, Elizabeth Shue.
You know, I named my new dog Bruce Willis.
Down. You named your dog Bruce Willis?
Yeah. Little Bruce Willis.
Why?
Because my name's Adam Willis, and so he's Little Bruce Willis.
Oh, I get it. That's awful.
Yeah. Maybe I'm going to change his name after this shit sandwich of a movie.
Should call him Bruno.
Bruno Willis.
Yeah, like Bruno the Kid.
Little Bruce.
Or no, that's Bruce Willis. That's the Bruce Willis band name. Bruno and the Kids.
Bruno. The Return of Bruno was the CD, right?
Bruno, yeah.
Return of Bruno. That music video, by the way, if you folks are unaware, Bruce Willis did have a CD back in the 90s, or was it the late 80s, 90s? The Return of Bruno is the name of the album, and you can watch the music video right now on YouTube.
Sure.
Actually, you just want to wait till the show is over, then immediately go and watch that.
Man plays blues harmonica.
But treat yourself to some rock and roll brought to you by Bruce Willis.
Nice.
That's actually a funny joke in what's one of the TGIF shows, Full House. And she's like, wow, you know, Jesse and the Rippers and stuff like that.
Jesse and the Rippers.
He's like, wait, he's like, how come I can't get a record deal? He's like, Bruce Willis has one. And I was like, that's the first time I ever heard Bruce Willis had a record. Anyways,
my favorite joke is from Married with Children, where Al, just to hold off that special moment, thinks, why is Bruce Willis a star? All right, so moving on from there, I'm going to turn it over to Mix Macabre and Black Adam Willis.